Madam President, years ago, the United States used to be the envy of the world in terms of infrastructure. Countries all over the world look to the United States and say, how do you do it? How do you provide clean water to your people? How do you have such an efficient transportation system? How do you have such great roads? That is no longer the case. Today we are in 12th place, and there is no denying, I don't think any of my Republican colleagues would deny that, in fact, our infrastructure is crumbling. So we have got to address this issue. We can't kick the can down the road. We can't say, well, let's wait a few years until we come up with some magical funding formula. We've got to do it, and we've got to do it now. And the reason we have to do it now is that every year that we delay, the problem only becomes worse. We are spending billions of dollars just to maintain the status quo, patching up a deteriorating system, whether it's transit, rail, roads, bridges. We have to rebuild our crumbling infrastructure. There's no disagreement, I believe, in the Senate on that. Second of all, I would hope that there is no disagreement that unemployment in this country is much too high. Real unemployment, 11%, counting those who have given up looking for work and those who are working part-time. Youth unemployment, 17%. African-American youth unemployment, higher than that. We need a major jobs program to put millions of people back to work at decent wages. And that's what rebuilding our infrastructure does. The economists tell us, you want to create jobs? The fastest way to create jobs in America is to rebuild our roads and bridges and rail system. That's the fastest way to do it. And probably many of my Republican colleagues understand that as well. Where we disagree is how you fund the project. And some on the Republican side will say, well, we're looking at tax reform, we're looking at this, we're looking at that, and maybe it will happen, but maybe it won't happen. Certainly we have not had a lot of luck on these issues in recent years. Our Republican friends are not particularly interested in investments in America. Their idea of dealing with the deficit is to cut, cut, cut. So what we are proposing here is a $478 billion infrastructure package for 6 years, and it is funded by something that I hope all of us can agree is unacceptable. And that is, at a time when corporate profits are at an all-time high, many corporations are stashing their profits in the Cayman Islands, Bermuda, Luxembourg, tax havens around the world. And you know what they're paying in American income tax to the United States government? Zero. So we eliminate those loopholes. We raise substantial sums of money. We put that money into rebuilding our infrastructure, creating jobs, and making our country more efficient, safer, more productive. That's what happens when you have a strong infrastructure. And, Madam President, I would ask Americans to try to imagine what America will look like when we have some 9 million workers. This proposal would create and maintain some 9 million jobs, good-paying jobs, in all of our states, people working to improve our roads and our water systems, try to begin effectively competing with the rail systems of countries throughout the world. Think of what America will look like when we're becoming and developing a first-rate infrastructure, not a third-rate infrastructure. Now, I know people think this is a lot of money. It is a lot of money. But it is nowhere near what the American Society of Civil Engineers are telling us that we need. So if you are interested in creating a 21st century infrastructure, please vote for my amendment. If you are interested in creating and maintaining some 9 million jobs over a 6-year period, please vote for my amendment. And if you are interested in ending an outrageous corporate loophole which enables, in some cases, large, profitable multinational corporations to pay zero in federal income tax, please vote for this amendment. It will send a powerful message that now is the time to rebuild our crumbling infrastructure and put our people to work and end absurd loopholes.